Aries, Aries rising, and of course all of you Aries moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the weeks starting January 13th, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do got to go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also just simply follow the links below. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, it's all about Venus in your 12th house, in your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone on Wednesday, Pisces, forming a gorgeous sextile to Uranus, which is currently in your second house of earned income. And then on Friday, we've actually got Mercury, planet of communications, haste, and speed, in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, forming a gorgeous sextile to Chiron in your 12th house of your, not your 12th house, your first house, your sign. And so this is a week that's all about hidden gifts leading to course corrections going on. With Venus in the 12th house, we have some kind of opportunity being handed to us, something that's going on behind the scenes that is actually going to change not only how we make our money, but maybe even what we do for a living. Now, this could be a hidden job opportunity, something being handed off to us, but we are going to have to turn on a dime for it. And with Friday, we've actually got Mercury in your 11th house, sextile to Chiron in your sign. There is a chance to open up a line of communication that'll actually heal an existing friendship, or maybe an old friendship, or an old connection, even an old relationship that maybe went off the rails in the past. And this is all about course correction, things that could have gone wrong, things that may not have necessarily have been the healthiest, or things that may not have necessarily have been the easiest for us to cope with, or maybe things that didn't need to end, but things that maybe just fell apart due to a misunderstanding. We have a chance to actually do some serious good work in getting a lot of things back on track, or even when it comes to your income and your material welfare, in a faster lane. In fact, as we look at the top row, your spiritual themes, we've got the sun in reverse, we've got your influx, the energy coming in for everything, affecting all areas of your life. We got the Five of Swords upright, and then for your outflux, what's going away, we've got the Seven of Cups reversed. So what we're doing this week is, again, with the Sun card reversed, overriding and overwriting lesser experiences, lesser realities, and lesser timelines, things that are maybe toxic, things that are half-finished, things that are a bit distorted, with things that are healthier, right? We have the Sun card reverse going in and doing the corrective work. The challenge with the Sun card reverse, though, is that this might go against learned behaviors of a lot of people. This might go against what people were taught to believe. Certain fractious or difficult or maybe even problematic worldviews, or maybe beliefs that they've been carrying for a very, very long time are getting corrected, sometimes even yours. And when we go through this is not always an easy space for people to be in, because it throws their world perception up in flux. Now, ideally, we would all become more trusting of the unknown, of ambiguity, of the absurd. But not everyone is all the time, especially not in the beginning, especially if they live in a very, boxed-in kind of world. So be patient with folks who are having a hard time to adjusting to having that kind of openness. But with the influx of the Five of Swords upright, a lot of you Aries people are also going to be catching where, again, you may actually have either done wrong or maybe made a choice or a commitment because you were led down a wrong road or a bad path, or we are catching something in the act, or catching something before it goes over a cliff. And again, this can spark controversy. Some people maybe don't want to believe that something is toxic or dysfunctional. Some people might not want to believe they made a bad call, or you yourself may just simply be in a situation where you have to go, holy crap, I need to do some damage control. I was misled. I went down this wrong road. I took the bad advice. Or maybe we were in a situation where we were willing to do anything to make something work, and the ends did not justify the means. Luckily this week, we don't have to live with it. When it comes to the outflux, what's going away? The Seven of Cups upright. We are clearing up mysteries left and right. Everything is coming on the table. Everything is going to be all right, so long as with the Seven of Cups going away, we are no longer trying to ignore or what could go right and what could go wrong. Because with the outflux of the Seven of Cups kind of can show where people don't have very crystallized intentions. They're not really at that space. They're at sort of a space of riffing, of venting, of telling stories. They're not always in a space where they know what they want to say. They're still just saying anything and everything. They're not figuring it out. They're just kind of doing a big overshare. And what happens with that is that with the Seven of Cups, that makes a lot of conversations more about the processing than the productivity. And we still need to be productive. And with the Seven of Cups reversed this week, the Seven of Cups upright going away, anything that has been kind of about the processing versus the highest interest of all concerned is going to get reversed. Because sometimes, again, we make choices because of the mood we're in, or what's going on with the office, or what's going on in the family, what's going on in the crowd. It's a reaction. We don't know what we're doing, but we're experimenting with the Seven of Cups. We're trying all our options. We see it. We see an option. We might take it. We are fixing this. We are closing gates and opening up new ones. It looks like with your material concerns, the Tower card reversed, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I feel like a lot of you Aries people are benefiting from somebody else's downfall or the proving wrong of an assertion or a proposal or a motion that they have made. The Tower card reversed is telling me that, yeah, either when it comes to money or your professional life, some enormous benefit is coming your way that is going to require you to turn on a dime because it is coming out of either the downfall or the destruction of another structure, of another person, or another area of your job, or again, a financial connection that you have. Now, with the Tower card reversed, it's not happening to you specifically. Remember, it's important to remember that with the Tower card reversed, it's not happening to you. It's happening over there. You're a bystander. You're a bystander who may actually also be promoted in a sense. It's kind of like being an extra in a film, all of a sudden getting a part with lines. And this week, you may find that, it's time for you to step up. When it comes to your external friends, relatives, well, we've got the World card reversed. And again, we're talking about do-overs. Kind of like that healing we saw with the Mercury sextile to Chiron. There's a chance to do an entire friendship or a relationship over again when everyone is willing to acknowledge that they have made some bad calls. And it doesn't mean that we invalidate the feelings that we had when we made those bad calls, but sometimes people do that. They're like, well, hold on, I have a perfectly good excuse. I was freaked out. Okay, nobody's invalidating those feelings, but at the same time, if we can heal the situation, why not heal it? The World card reverse is talking about, as I always say with this card, a do-over. And if there has been something going on where, again, maybe it's a friend saying, look, I'm sorry, Aries, we made a mistake. I listened to this other person when they said such and such thing, and I shouldn't have taken their advice. Or maybe you yourself will get a chance to do that as well. I wish I chose her over her when I felt I was backed up against the wall in the situation in my family or my friendship situation or whatever's going on. We have a chance to make things right. It's all about the Sun card reversed. When it comes to your relationships, well, the Ten of Swords is still working in the same vein. However, it's not exactly going to be as tender. The Ten of Swords upright is talking about a veto, a block, or some kind of end or dissolvement of a plan in action that is already going down or going south, so to speak. In fact, with the relationships area, when it comes to a partner or a crush, you may be finding that there is sort of there's sort of a begrudging acceptance of something that is a lost cause. And this might be something that is difficult to accept, right? Maybe this is something we and a partner realize, we got to stop now. We got to pull out now. We wanted this to work, but it's not going to work. We have to do something else. Maybe this is something that you make as a call, and we have to get our partner to understand this because it would be the best interest for all concerned. It'd be the best interest for our family. It'd be the best interest for our finances. Some of you may be cutting something off or making a very, very tough call as it relates to a family member of either yours or your partner's or even one of your kids. Again, doing a veto, doing a cutoff. Something that is going to stop something from getting worse. But people might not realize that right away. It's all about the course correction. So that is your horoscope, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session, just go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.